What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And in today's video I will show you the latest news directly related to our story. I will show you a new letter that was written by Congressional Research Service, and I will show you my 2 cents about this letter, and I will show you why it is not a negative news right now. Then I will show you the opinions from the MMTLP community members, and on top of that I will show you another potential path how we can reach the SEC, and this path was researched by one of our community members as well. And before we dive deep into all of this, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, share this video with your friends and family, and drop me a line in the comment section for whatever reasons you want. We are on MMTLPresources.com, and the latest news that was made basically yesterday, that was written yesterday on this website, is this one: new promotion of FINRA FAQs. And let me go to this news in details. An article from the Congressional Research Service on MMTLP is making its rounds online. It's pretty much a glorified promotion of the FINRA FAQs. Posted on Twitter by Trading Secrets, this hit piece contains inaccurate facts and is clearly one-sided. Good journalism at least presents both sides of a case and allows the readers to decide. All of the linked hyperlinks go to FINRA's infamous FAQs or other hit piece articles by Forbes. And here is the tweet that was made by Ali from Trading Secrets. We have a Congressional Research Service report on MMTLP written by Eva Su, who is apparently a specialist in financial economics, but has clearly failed to understand the MMTLP fiasco in her write-up. This is a negative article. And who is the Congressional Research Service? From Google, the Congressional Research Service serves the Congress throughout the legislative process by providing comprehensive and reliable legislative research and analysis that are timely, objective, authoritative, and confidential, thereby contributing to an informed national legislature. CRS is well known for analysis that is authoritative, confidential, objective, and non-partisan. Its highest priority is to ensure that Congress has 24/7 access to the nation's best thinking. And let me show you that Young Savvy also added to this definition this. The Congressional Research Service is a public policy research institute of the United States Congress. Operating within the Library of Congress, it works primarily and directly for members of Congress and their committees and staff on a confidential, non-partisan basis. And let me quote you further. So, this report might have been ordered by the Financial Service Committee for a part of their investigation. It's going to be a continued uphill battle if this is any hint into how the investigation is going to proceed. We need your help to continue contacting Congress, and especially those members that have signed on to the investigation of MMTLP, to point out inaccuracies in the Congressional Research Service report. And this is a very important paragraph. We don't need to be mean, angry, or insulting, but we need to let them know the facts of our story. And I will show you pay more attention on this statement, but later on. I would suggest some of our community members from the DD team create MMTLP Shareholder Research Service and rebots this report as soon as possible. And Crucial Mix made this tweet with the screenshot of this article and with the stamp fake news. And I completely agree with this statement because this article is basically a misleading article, and I don't want to dig deeper inside this article because Ali from Trading Secrets and Terry already made a very good breakdown of this article. I want to give you just my 2 cents. Guys, I have to say that I was awaiting for this type of news. Because for now, we've made a lot. During last couple of months, we've made a lot and we achieved a lot together. we have basically more than 20 Congress members on our side who wrote different letters and who signed it in order to solve our problem. And it is very obvious that the other side, the counterparty, the bad guys who nakedly shorted the market and who is nakedly shorting the market at this very moment, they have so much money, they have so much power that definitely something of this type of news we should be waiting. And let me remind you that the problem is huge. For example, Hollywood Henry wrote this tweet 6 hours ago. Imagine being able to defraud investors for 8 years, cost $10 million in investor losses, and only get 2 years at a minimum security prison. And you wonder how MMTLP could happen. And he refers to this tweet that was made by Unusual Whales 8 hours ago. And it says, 2 JP Morgan traders have been sentenced to fraud. Greg Smith, 2 years in prison and $50,000 fine. Michael Nowak, 1 year and 1 day in prison and $35,000 fine. They manipulated markets from 2008 to 2016, resulting in over $10 million in losses to market participants. And you can read about this news in details on frankness.com website. I don't want to dig inside it because we know that the problem is huge. Let me show you just the comments from our headliners, from the headliners of our community. Richard Hoffman wrote this. EUSU authored report is sketchy, simplistic and factually lacking. So no doubts about it. J.R. Ewing wrote this, and he refers to the Curtis tweet. And he wrote, and yet, still no one states the obvious question. The only question that matters, what is the final share count? Seems so simple, and yet no one regulator or any other from Congress has publicly asked FINRA. Very telling indeed. And yes, we have to know basically one thing in order to solve our problem. We have to know the share count. The share count is the crucial point in our case and in the majority of cases. And we don't have it yet, but I think everything might change very soon. So, let me show you further. Mark Basil wrote, first of all, this tweet, and he reposted his own tweet with an update. Ape investors should be watching MMTLP as they navigate through Congress. And the original tweet is following. MMTLP. So, this report is interesting in numerous ways. But what is consistent is little to no explanation how or why. It just states some very vanilla facts without much detail. It provides a very narrow summary based on the information the community has, which has voluminous information, and fails to provide Congress with any meaningful detail. However, it does confirm Congress powers to investigate and change the laws regarding function and transparency. This report is something that Frank Ness and James O'Keefe could do in their sleep. I don't believe other than 20k feet view summary, it amounts to much. My law clerks could have done a much better job. But remember, this is all in bread, wink wink, cover your ass stuff. So yes, this report shows a lot about our counterparty, but I also want to pay your attention on this latest tweet. MMTLP, for your information, no one should accuse anyone of threatening congressional reps unless they have proof, not hearsay statements from third parties. You may not like their right to free speech to voice their concerns and frustrations, and any purported statements or innuendo that they may have is not backed up by evidence, because if anyone threatens a member of Congress, they would be sitting in a jail right now. So people need to stop throwing gasoline on a fire, because that's all it is. Unless there is a hidden agenda to shut people up. Just don't do it. And yes, guys, I was expecting this action from our counterparty, and I have to say that nothing has changed. We have to move forward. We have to solve our problem by ourselves with the help of the Congress members, and we have to give to the Congress as much information as we have. That is why we have to continue to contact them. And let me show you another quite good tweet that was written by Due Diligence 23 hours ago. MMTLP, I have narrowed down what I believe is the best department at the SEC to call. I will get on space tomorrow and call the SEC so that everyone can hear how simple it is to do. After that, I will drop a script with talking points. Let's make this reconciliation happen. So, with this tweet, Due Diligence says that potentially he found another way how he can attract more attention of SEC and how he can achieve the reconciliation. And in my opinion, it is a very good update, and you have to follow this space in order to know the details. On top of that, again, back to Mark Basil Twitter account, and let me show you that somewhere here. Yes, this will be informative and educational with discussions of lawsuit, realistic resolutions and community culture. We may also go off the rails to address some prominent community members' concerns. And he will host the space call, and it will take place on August 29th, but right here you can see the European time, and you have to keep this in mind. So, I think there is no bad news regarding our story for now. So, I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell. And see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star